This is Shred, and today I have to come clean with you guys. When I first started playing guitar, I thought learning music theory was stupid because it didn't apply to metal music. I remember at my first guitar lesson, my instructor handed me this sheet. It had the 7 modes of the major scale on it, and he said, learn this by next week. I threw it away and quit instead. And years later at music school, I realized this was a huge mistake. After attending a few semesters of ear training class, I started to hear with my ears the modes used in metal songs. The majesty of Lydian. The demonic gloom of Locrian. And even the uplifting cheerfulness of Ionian. In this video, I'll show you a rock or metal song for every mode of the major scale. Learn songwriting, composition, and music theory for free at my Discord community below. All my tabs, courses, and direct access to me and my composer friends. What a great deal. Now, the first mode of the major scale is Ionian. And you wouldn't think a song called Number of the Beast would be in a major key, but here we are. Give it to me, Bruce.
I left alone. My mind was blank.
Iron Maiden's classic track uses the D Ionian mode to tell the biblical story of the number of the beast, which is of course 666. Now here you can see the D Ionian scale. The key pitches, you've got that major third, of course the root, but then that major 7th degree as well. Here's where everybody gets tripped up with modes. Modes are actually chord progressions more than anything else. D major and a G, A, and back to D, which stands for, damn, that sounds amazing. Dorian is one of my favorite modes. It's kind of like being stuck in between heaven and hell. A delicious, bittersweet purgatory that doesn't really fully commit to minor or major. Pink Floyd's Shine On You Crazy Diamond is the perfect example. Oh, are you kidding me? This chord that David Gilmour plays could not be more representative of the Dorian sound. Beautiful, beautiful, haunting tonality. We've got the 3rd, the root, the 7th, and that raised 6th degree, the magic note. Shine on you, crazy Dorian. But here's a shape you can learn for the G Dorian mode. Sounds like this. There's that raised 6th right there. That tension between the raised 6th and the 7th degree is so delicious. And again, don't get it twisted. Modes are chords more than anything else. Try this progression. You've got G minor first, and then C. But the secret is to keep that G in the bass at all times. That's what gives us the context, a solid foundation for the tonality, a reference to the root. Now the 3rd mode of the major scale, Phrygian, has a dark and brooding quality. Metallica, Dave Mustaine wrote a song in this mode called Symphony of Construction. Destruction. Get it together, Shred.
You take a mortal man.
Here you can see a clear indication of the Phrygian mode with that flat 2nd degree F leading down to E. Check this out. Here's a shape you can learn for the Phrygian scale. Let each pitch just sink into your soul and feel the emotion of each note. Now, if you really want to be a boss and write songs with the Phrygian mode, check out these 2 chords. You have E minor, and then F major, but be sure to keep that E in the bass. Always, always do that. Play that across the fretboard in different ways if you want to vary things a little bit. Oh, that chilling F chord. Bright, nostalgic character of Lydian can be addicting. It's a major mode, but it's really defined by that devil's interval, that sharp 4th degree. Dream Theater's Count of Tuscany uses the Lydian mode. Now, Lydian is an incredibly inspiring sound. Check out this shape for it. Sharp 4, 5th, 6th, 7th. Back to the root. Let it speak to you. And the magical Lydian chords E and F sharp major. You just move that E major shape up a whole step and you get your Lydian sound. The official mode of classic rock is Mixolydian. AC/DC's Thunderstruck is a flawless example of Mixolydian. I feel like I just got struck by lightning. It's interesting when you look at this Thunderstruck lick, it's just a textbook example of the Mixolydian scale descending. You have the root, the flat 7, 6, 5, 4, down to the third. It just puts an open string in between each note. So the Mixolydian mode itself, you can play with this pattern here. And that's the secret note. The key difference between Ionian and Mixolydian is that flat 7 instead of a major 7. The magical chords of Mixolydian, try these. B down to A. You can just get stuck in a hypnotic trance playing those over and over again. I think of like, what's that Alice in Chains song that uses this chord progression? You can remind me in the comments. Now, Aeolian is a sad, sad sound. That flat 3rd degree and the flat 6th often make people weep. Iron Maiden actually has a touching melody that uses Aeolian. Wow. Just pure magic. Now in Fear of the Dark, you can see this minor triad perfectly outlined in second inversion. That's an A, D, and F, which stands for fuck. Here's that sorrowful flat 6th degree B flat. Now D Aeolian is a special key. Here's a shape you can use to play the scale. 3rd degree, 4th, 5th, flat 6th, 7th, back to the root. The official Iron Maiden chord progression is right here. You've got D minor. Take that to a B flat for extra sadness. Move that shape up to a C, and then you're back to D minor. I'm going to be honest with you, the last mode of the major scale is by far the most evil. Of course, I'm talking about Locrian. It took me years to figure out how to harness the dark, raging energy of Locrian. Every time I play it, that flat 2nd and 5th degree open a portal to hell. Now, believe it or not, Judas Priest's Painkiller is the best way to get acquainted with this satanic sound. I can't get enough of that song. So check this out. Painkiller, right? Of course, it uses pedal tones like every hit song, those open strings. But then you can see that we got a flat 2nd degree right there, F. And then the flat 5, where the hell is it? It's this last chord that's played is at B flat. Perfect example of this terrifyingly wicked mode. The shape for Locrian, try this bad boy out. Flat 2nd, 3rd, 4th, tritone, maximum evil, flat 6, 7, and back to the root. Now the chord progression, you just kind of park on this E minor 7 flat 5 chord, which honestly is a really cool sound. There's a lot of tension, just pregnant tension waiting to be resolved. I'm playing like different versions of this E minor 7 flat 5 chord to give, you know, just different shades of color. I want to know in the comments, which mode do you most identify with? What's your favorite? The cool thing about modes is they each have a unique personality. The goal is to be able to use these sounds on a daily basis to reflect your inner state, being able to freely express the musical language. It's not about masturbatory knowledge acquisition. There's a practical purpose here. Check out my free Discord community below if you want to learn more about how to express yourself using theory and songwriting. Also get access to all my tabs, courses, and a direct connection to me and other composers within my group. We're literally writing music every day and just having fun. Till next time, shred till you're dead.